Cinque. Yekshamash, it's very nice to be in Formula One. Nick Heidfeld is a very strong man, very sexy man. I like his big beard. I like him very much. My name is Robert Kubica. High five.
Gareth Jones on Speed in Mono!
Welcome to Gareth Jones on Speed. I'm Gareth Jones, with me, Zog and Richard Porter.
Hey, so have you seen this thing about Renault Clios and the bonnets opening without you wanting them to on the motorway?
Hardly.
Well, this is an incredible thing. About a year ago, the Watchdog programme on BBC One discovered that you're driving on the motorway at 70 and they've got these people that the bonnet on their Clio would just fly open, smash into the windscreen. You can't see where you're going, and people were having crashes and stuff. It was terrible. Renault denied there was a problem, and now, a year on, their PR guy, a bloke called Graham Holt, has quit the company over this, and he's blown the whistle on them. And apparently he's got emails that prove Renault knew there was a problem, and in the UK they were prepared to act on it. But the French head office said no, and told them just to keep stum. The problem is the catch rusts in a period of about 3 to 4 years, and it just doesn't hold the bonnet shut.
This is a pretty big
It's a major,
kind of
major thing.
Liability,
Yeah.
potential liability. I mean, has anybody been hurt as a result of...
They've just found out that there was someone in South Africa who had the same problem with, I think, a hire car, went off the road. The driver was put into a coma and her passenger was killed. It's the first death they've discovered from it, but there have been a lot of cases. They're saying 1,000 owners have written into the BBC about it.
Wow.
And there are nearly 500,000 of these Clios in the UK alone.
Here's a thought. They don't sell the Clio in the States, do they? I don't think you can
No.
buy the Clio in any form.
No.
That would kill, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
The Renault
well,
Motor Company.
Here's another stat for you that they reckon to recall the 500,000 cars in the UK, and this is just the UK, it would cost the company £25 million to replace the bonnet catches. However, Renault made £2 billion last year in the UK. So, they could afford it. They're just acting on orders from Paris not to do anything about it and admit liability.
Well, they don't have to pay They don't have to pay Alonso this year.
That's
they've
true.
got some money.
They've saved a packet there. So, yeah, but no, it's an unbelievable case. And it really... but the most interesting thing is that an insider, and a high-ranking insider, quit and spilled the beans. And, of course, it leaves them in this very, very difficult PR situation of trying to put a brave face on what is, frankly, an enormous cock-up.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And so what is the official Renault line at the moment? Are they sort of saying, oops, sorry guys?
No, they're not. They're now writing to all Clio owners and saying, do look after you. Come into a dealer and we'll make sure your bonnet catches up to scratch. But their initial get-out was that the bonnet catch is a maintenance item and people should be maintaining them. But
So they're saying it's wear and tear?
Yeah, but there's nothing in the handbook, and it's not on the service schedule that the dealers have to maintain the bonnet catch. So, they're kind of over a barrel there, and yet they're still furiously denying that that they're really at fault and there should be a recall.
To be clear, they haven't admitted that there is a fault with the bonnet catches.
No, they're saying...
Although it seems fairly obvious that there is.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line.
Yeah, exactly. But it's, I think it's in its own way. I can't remember the last time this happened. It's like Ford Pinto or something where there was a major fault.
Well, the Firestone tyres.
Yeah, Firestone tyres is probably the most recent one. All those are happening in the States. But the first time I can remember in Europe, there's been a sort of major fault with a car that could affect safety that they won't recall, and it's all. But then somebody from the inside has blown the whistle on them, and they're really up the creek. And it's going to be interesting to see how this develops. But as it stands, yeah, quite a shocker for Renault there.
Okay, so are we all ready for the annual Renault employee Easter party?
Ouais, I have the Easter egg, the amusing small fluffy chickens,
Oh, that's so cute.
and the Easter bonnets.
Ow! Oh, no!
What happened?
Oh, this bonnet just flew up and hit me in the face. This strap is clearly very badly designed, has gone rusty, and has failed.
Oh dear, that could hurt someone.
Mais oui, what should we do about this?
I know. Nothing. Boom.
That happened to me once in my de Chevaux, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was driving along the motorway, fell asleep, and I woke up just as the bonnet flipped up.
Hang on, whoa.
Rewind
Driving on the
selector.
motorway, fell asleep.
Yeah.
Really? Oh dear.
A few points for you there, Zog. How did you fall asleep in a 2CV on the motorway?
I was very, very tired. I'd been up for about 36 hours, I think, and I'd been And it's very soporific.
So it's a really good job the bonnet came up. Did it wake you up, or you woke up and then the bonnet came up?
It was a really bad thing, because as I woke up, I couldn't see anything out of the windscreen. All I knew was that my last memory had been of driving on the motorway. Imagine you wake up and you suddenly realise that you have driven your car off the motorway, and that the bump of driving off the motorway has flipped the bonnet up. It's remarkable how quickly you figure out that you must have run onto the left-hand side of the road, not the right. Therefore, you should steer to the left in order that you don't go back into the road. And a moment later, you hit the barrier, and the AA truck that's been following you for the last couple of miles, watching you weave over the road, pulls up and offers assistance.
Like a vulture.
Can I just ask, Richard, have you ever had any experience of falling asleep at the wheel?
I did. Do you know, weirdly, because Zog fell asleep in a 2CV, I fell asleep in an old school Mini on the M6 once, and was woken up by those little rumble strips on the hard shoulder. And so they do their job, particularly in a Mini, because it sort of makes your teeth fall out. But a friend of mine's younger brother, went somewhere clubbing and stayed up late, and then was driving back in the early hours of the morning and fell asleep at the wheel. And he was woken up by the car jolting around quite a lot, which was the result of it actually travelling across a ploughed field.
Hey! He must have been in a Dishabo as well.
It just came completely off the road and across a ploughed field.
I was driving back from Sheffield in a transit van in 1980 with a friend, and we'd done this journey about 4 times in 24 hours moving equipment. And I'd stopped driving because I saw a kind of 1850s American steam train coming the other way. I was hallucinating. I was so tired. So we swapped over.
So tired?
Yeah,
okay.
Very tired. So we swapped over, and my buddy was driving. And after a while, I could see his eyes were closed, and he was going along the motorway. I said, Red, wake up! You're asleep. He said, no, I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes. Those are the lies.
That's what you tell yourself.
Exactly.
That's what you tell yourself.
The lies your brain tells you. Falling asleep at the wheel, not big, not clever.
No.
Don't do it, kids.
And in all seriousness, the thing is, one of the reasons why it actually can be so easy to do is that when you get into that zone, when you're in danger of falling asleep at the wheel, you lose your ability to judge whether you're going to do it or not.
You know what the advice is? Wind the window down, have a drink of coffee, listen to Gareth Jones on Speed as a podcast.
Wake up!
Hey!
That's an important safety message there.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Doc. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Before we go, here's a little piece of music that we recently discovered. It appears to be an ode to the Irish Formula One team, Jordan, and it's performed by someone who sounds like Kevin Rowland and Dexy's Midnight Runners. Surely it can't be them for real, can it? See you next time.
Back in the day, when petrol was cheap, we had the power cuts and the 3-day working week. We were sad for Tom Price and we'd shout for John Watson, but not for Jim Clark, because he's a Scotsman. And Jordan went racing and then we were keen. His accent was Irish, his cars were all green. Oh, come on, Eddie, we all want you to win. Come on, Eddie, we know what your chances are very thin. Winning a race is 100 to 1, but we love the name Jordan in Formula One. A Gasho got drunk and got carried away, attacked a cab driver with the CS spray. A moment of madness hit him square in the face, a random event that led the Schumacher race. The Jordan flew, but it didn't have a chance. Schumi never completed that race in Spa-Francorchamps. Jordan rejected the Emerald in 1992. Repainted the cars in red, white and blue. And Rupert Barrichello become the new foil, riding the car with Brazilian oil. The Sasson was the least Irish sponsor we've seen, but with Irvine on board, at least the driver was green. Oh, come on, Eddie, you know we all want you to win. Oh, come on, Eddie, you know wages arrived and the money was bold. Tobacco was paying with B&H gold. But Jordan's a smart and peculiar fellow. He painted his cars in the luminous yellow. The winds didn't come, there were lots of near misses, with a snake on the side and bitten and hisses. Honda's race engines and Gascoigne's top car meant Damon got Jordan's first win out in Spa. Then at the measure every weekend, the new buzzing hornets drove me right round the bend. Thinks he was lucky when he got to first win, but Sato would bend it again and again. The end wasn't rapid, the car wasn't quick. When Jordan sold to Midland, I admit I felt a bit sick. Uncomfortable truth that I knew I had to face. My favourite GP team would no longer race. Come on, it is. Oh, I want you to win. Come on, it is. You know that your chances of everything. The colour was yellow, but Eddie had gone. We're on the next Jordan. We love the name Jordan in Formula One. Ah, don't worry, Kevin. It's the look of the Irish. I'll be back. Did I mention that I bought myself a new home now? Oh, where's that, Mr. Jordan? Everywhere, Kevin. Everywhere. Would you like to see my collection of toupees? Gareth Jones on Speed was a whiz-bang production with projected passion.